some gentleman with the T-shirt that he has to take that off, that he was causing disruption among those who are there to follow the true faith. And at Art Bell,
Willie, he thinks I'm the Antichrist.
Well, you've murdered. Your body count's piling up. You can't say that you're morality.
He's talking about the Heaven's Gate suicides.
And you're trying to dodge
blaming that on me.
Oh,
you're trying to dodge that.
I didn't know whether you did it or not, Art.
It revealed that you were at the...
JC,
JC, you left your motor running.
Yeah.
No.
Be calm, JC.
Yeah, I am calm.
No, you're not. You're never calm.
Well, yes, I am. Are you trying to say that I have a problem? No, I don't. I have a problem with the fact that you bring on subversives onto your program. We're trying to say that the government...
Subversives? All right, JC, enough for now.
Are you holding your nose while you're talking?
I've often wondered about that myself, Willie. Mercifully, he seems to be gone. But he'd just go on and on if I let him. Are you a proud subversive, Willie?
Am I a proud subversive? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's the way I feel about it, too. West of the Rockies, you are on the air. Good morning. Hello?
Yes. I want to say you should not be on television spreading your horrible corruption.
Oh, well, look, first of all, I know who you are, and you know that I know who you are. Turn your radio off.
Okay, hold on.
Even you have got to turn off your radio. Those are the rules.
Quit boxing me around and let me get my word in edgewise.
All right, let me hear what you can do edgewise.
Well, first of all, I just want to say this whole thing about pet foods, it's so what? I mean, it's just meat, and if you're going to throw it in there in the stew, they're just dumb animals anyway. Especially those evil, filthy cats, they would be cannibalizing humans if they could get their tiger paws on this. If you ever see what happens in the wild, especially with that berserker tiger that killed that trainer in front of all those people, that they're filthy, vicious, devil animals, and the brothers for you and your show, as far as I'm concerned, they can melt them all down, and I don't really care.
Did you say evil, filthy cats?
It's true. It's true.
That's the most disgusting thing I've heard from you yet. I mean, this really tops it all.
Well, of course, they're your familiars. They're using witchcraft, and what they do is they go out and they entrance people.
Oh, so now you're saying that cats are evil, is that right?
Inherently, that's correct. All right, now listen. And another thing is about this adultery, that horrible huckish left going around defaming our military should not get out of this, should not be able to win out of this her little way. She should be tried the way a man is tried and punished like a man. If she wants to play like it, if she can't take it, then she should be. It's another side of how they're infiltrating and demoralizing our military.
Well, what do you say about a man who gets away with it?
What's that?
I said, what do you say about a man who gets away with it?
Gets away with what?
Gets away with adultery and the good old boys club.
Burning hell! This is how the whole world order. That what this is all about is breaking down our military with immoral, evil people.
Well, at least you're consistent there.
Well,
I finally found something I can give you points for, but if you don't like cats, I don't know about you at all.
Well, I don't like them. They're filthy animals. You know what? Whenever they come around my yard, I shoot my air gun at them, and I've hit a couple.
You shoot cats?
They go flying around there at 30 miles an hour. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Praise the Lord and pass the
When the devil's animals, it's okay to eviscerate and destroy them.
The devil's animals.
And you and your text have been more subversive, and you're getting crazier than I even thought that you could be.
You really do love me, don't you?
So as far as all your deals of diseases being made up by the government and loosed upon the population, that's idiotic.
You praise every word I say. You hang on every phrase.
They take away our guns so they can send us in like this, like they happened in Chinaman Square, and they can roll over us with the tanks and just destroy us, and you're just helping facilitate that.
Anybody who shoots cats with pellet gun ought to have their gun taken away.
No. You you see, you're the one who's behind the defamation of our politicians by saying that they're corrupt and crooked and evil. How can you say that about them?
They are. I do.
Our government is a beautiful thing, and people like you and Tim McVeigh who want to tear down our government you should not be on the airwaves.
Now you're putting me in the same class as Timothy McVeigh.
You have murdered before 39 people out chasing a comet. I'd say that's a pretty high body count.
I murdered them?
That's right.
I murdered those people?
Yes, you did.
Oh, really?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you might as well have been there and pulled the trigger on each one of those.
Is that so? JC, I'm curious. If I were to tell you to walk off the pier, would you do it?
I would not, because I did not take command from Satan.
Walk off the pier, JC.
I don't think so.
You want to take a long walk off the every human pier, JC.
Your worship of Satan is so arrogant.
I love you, JC.
And
I love your voice.
I'm concerned that city councilwoman should not be looking into your approach to be trying to balance the budget instead of play around with spaceship. You know what? You've seen too much Star Trek. You've seen way too much Star Trek, and you're definitely smoking reefers, and you're out of your mind. That's craziness, and you're just really going over the edge. You just can't seem to contain yourself anymore. Look, I just want to know why you won't talk straight conversation with me.
Because you don't do it.
Yes, I do. I'm bringing forth the new revelation from the Lord, anointed on my forehead. I went into the airways. I'm trying to save the nation, and you're just trying to tear it down.
All right, JC, that's it for tonight. It was lovely hearing from you once again. Here's your on-air Oh,
I finally got through. You cannot hold back the righteous mind of the new revelation. I have to want you to betray and filthy speak. How dare you reduce the word of the Lord? How dare you glorify a rebel in the devil of what you I am so disgusted by you and what you have done to the airways of America. The fact that you sit there and believe another devil, it's disgusting.
I don't worship the devil.
Yeah, well, at least she has the tenacity of honesty to come forward and tell me her faith is the enemy of the Lord. At least she can do that, and I claim to be a remote viewer or a Native American.
Now wait a minute now. She claims to worship the devil, not me.
Well, that's because you are a coward. You will not admit the fact that you worship for Satan.
No, I don't.
And the fact that the whole stock market crash was orchestrated by the Canadian invasion, and the fact that we have this evil man from China in there. Don't you remember what happened in Chinaman Square where they rolled over all those troops into the Chinaman Square and killed them and shot them down with tanks and guns? Do you remember what that in America?
That was Tiananmen Square. Tiananmen Square.
It's all the same to me. Doesn't matter. We take God's policy. Look away, so it's the same damn thing. And you and all the Satanists and the New Agers out there, and all you blacks and rejects the righteous mind of the New Revelation will crack you down. And you
know what? I'm actually glad. I'm glad to hear you're still alive. I was actually concerned.
I have been trying to get through, and you who have made me think about my life will not allow me to get through.
Now, wait a minute. That's entirely new. What do you mean I made an attempt on your life?
My brakes on my truck were cut, and I checked him not too long before I went out. When I took another mechanic, he said that they were not cut. He said that I was just without a clue, but I know what happened. They were cut, and he was working with them inside the conspiracy, and he raised passions before I could get the chance to prove that there was a mistake on my life. But the New World Order and the Canadian major, the fact that, and speaking of the Canadians, the fact that there is no Canadian aggression, you must see by saying that there is no Canadian aggression. Look what they did. They took our fishing boats hostage. It was a prelude to the days.
I did not cut your great lines, and I did not cut them.
You. Yes, you did. I know that this has something to do with the New Revelation and the New World Makers that are trying to stop the New Revelation and the Satanists because you have the Satanists on there. You have them on there. You have the Native Americans, which is really, they are just Satanists.
Why do you call yourself JC?
It's time for a purge.
I want to know why. I want to know why you call yourself JC. Why do you call yourself JC? you can't do that. You're not allowed to give your last name on the air. You know you're not allowed to give the last name on the air.
Well,
All right, let's modify that. Your name is Jonathan Christian, which is your middle name, right? All right, now we know why you call yourself JC, but don't you think that's a little presumptuous?
I can't even get a word in edgewise.
You can't get a word in edgewise.
It's time for purge, Sergeant. It's time for purge.
A purge of what?
Purge of the sick. And the devil was the first. And the people in the New World Papers. It's time for purge. It's time to bring back the state. Yes, I said it. It's time to burn these people. Burn them at the stake and get them out of our sight because they
Never get me on the stage. Never.
It's time for the righteousness of the Lord.
You will never get me on the stage.
It's time to fire the up for the queens and the queers and the reds and the Jews. All of them have to go.
Oh, man. Now, wait a minute. You want to repeat that one?
I said it's time to fire the oven, the queens and the coons and the reds and the Satans and the Jews and all those who want to bring America down.
And you claim to be a godly person, and you're ready to burn up homosexuals. You're ready to burn people of different skin colors. You're ready to burn people of different religions.
To clean the state of America, to burn with righteous fire this land.
There's nothing righteous about what you just said. You know what you are? You're nothing but a lousy little bigot hiding behind God as some sort of righteous protection for your lousy views.
Wrong. You glorify Satan as you denounce the new revelation.
You know what I think? I think you sound just like Satan.
No, I don't. I have the love of the Lord.
Love of the Lord, my butt. Love of the Lord, my butt. You've got love of the Lord. You want to burn people? Anybody different than you want to burn them up, huh?
Those who denounce and renounce the word of the new revelation who stand against me, you will go to hell.
It's people like you who give God a bad name.
Wrong. It's people like you who give America a bad name. What right do you have to put Texas on the air or remote controllers or remote viewers? I haven't tried so much to get through.
Hey, you know what? That sickness that I had on the air, you know what? She sounds like a kitten compared to you.
Wrong. She's a cougar cat, even with, but at least she has the tenacity to come forward and show her face as my enemy.
Well, I thought she was rather blatantly honest. Now, I certainly don't agree with her, but I certainly don't agree with you. And you know what? I'm so shocked at what you said tonight. To me, you sound like Satan yourself.
No, I am not Satan. I want to purge and clean America.
Purge and clean America. Is your middle name, are you J.C. Adolf?
Who's that?
Adolf Hitler? You sound like Adolf Hitler.
Hitler.
Yeah, Hitler.
Oh.
Hitler. Get the ovens ready. Burn anybody who's any different.
I'm talking about the state. We must return to the state and burn the witches and the heretics, those who set the state, the new revelation. People like you, who want to destroy America. You don't understand what it's like on the first times of it going.
All right, well, that's enough. I was going to say it was good to hear that JC was still alive. But I don't know, after this little display tonight, I really am shocked. Now, maybe he just got himself too worked up, but I thought the real JC slipped through there for a moment. What did he say he wanted to burn the blacks, the homosexuals, the Jews, me, and a bunch of others. Anybody, oh my. All this godly preaching that JC has given me over the months and now even the years, and he wants to burn anybody that he considers ungodly or doesn't agree with him. Praise the Lord. JC is a very special person. We haven't heard from him in, it's been at least a year, maybe more. Here's JC if he waited.
If I'm still here, I am not going to give up.
All right.
Hated by you.
JC, I want you to do something for me. Look down at your hand right now.
What about my
Can you see your hand?
hand?
Yeah. Can you see your knuckles?
My knuckles are... Yes, I see them.
Are they bleeding?
What do you mean, are they bleeding?
They
They have in the past because I've had to smash my phone and my radio because of what you said. You owe me money for that too, by the way.
Yeah, I bet I do. Send me a bill.
And I want to get one of those night visions because you've been stalking me and creeping around in my bushes.
Stalking you?
Yes, harassing me, calling my phone, and all hours of the morning.
That's an outright lie. You know, I remember you said you thought I was calling you, didn't you?
No one's been calling me.
Well, it hasn't been me. And I don't know, frankly, who would voluntarily call you at all.
Lots of people, because they're looking for guidance. They want to do anything. And I want to say how glad I am to finally hear that the CIA is taking care of that commie, eco, left-wing, liberal, homosexual platform, KPFA. I'm so glad that station is going to go off the air. I hate that station. I have been clear with it for years, and I've heard the dribble coming out of that. That's filthy.
Well, you know, the way you characterize it, JC, don't you think that's a little extreme? Don't you think that there's a place in America for all kinds of views, radical views?
No,
You really don't. You are the most narrow, myopic-minded. You know, I have to even say human being. What?
I was being nice to them. I was putting it nice terms. You don't want to know how I really feel about that.
No, I don't. Let me tell you something, JC. You are exactly the kind of person who would be taken down first, along with the radio station you referred to, and extreme views of all kinds. They take you out. They burn you at the stake, JC.
Oh, stake burning.
Stake burning, yeah.
No, listen to me. America was founded by people I've seen.
Was it now?
Yes, it was. Conservative Christians who wanted freedom. The freedom of religion means
freedom for
Christianity.
Freedom for the right kind of people who had exactly the same kind of views as they had, right? But not freedom for anybody else, right?
For me. And people like me.
Right, for people like you. I'm JC, to prove how full of it you are, I'm going to let Brownie ask you some questions. As I did once before.
What do you think they should form a sentence that's coherent?
I don't know. We're going to find out. First time calling line, you're on the air with JC.
Hi, Earth. This is Mark from Spokane, Washington, listening to you on Super Talk 1510 KGA Country.
Yes.
Hey, girl.
I think I have a bit of a comment about JC's view and the women.
Yes.
First of all, the book which she claims to read, I'll paraphrase, it says for us men to love our significant other. And I won't quote it because I know you don't like that on the air, but it does say that. And in my opinion, JC, I am a Christian, and it does say that we should, in other words, like an inferior species.
Have you ever heard of tough love? And the thing about it is that we should, by loving those who are taking command of their will, we are loving them because they are incapable. It is love that we have. They are incapable of making decisions that are right and moral and just because they are created as less than their support staff for the man. God had a plan when he created woman. He said, Adam's down there, he's not a very good cook. He doesn't know, he's not clean up, he's smelly, he's scaring away all the animals.
Adam's not a good cook.
What?
Adam's not a good cook.
Listen, that's not the function of man to cook. He has to hunt the beast. And if he smells bad, hunting the beast with the dirty loincloth or whatever, and then he can't get his job done until the Lord said, I love him. You can't have two bosses, so let's create one to support Adam. But her will is going to be weaker because she is only a part of him. You see? And so it is our love, through our love, that we take command of the inferior will of a woman, which is legislated by Satan because her will is so weak, they should be able to
That's
fool her.
not true. That is not true.
Yes, it is. It's her fault. It's just that. Listen, are you calling God a liar? How dare you? How dare you call God a liar? It's in the book. You want to read the book?
I do.
No, you don't. You're lying. You're calling God a liar. Listen to you.
You know what? I'm going to say to you is that you're preaching a condemnation when the...
I don't believe in condemnation either. And if condemnation has ever come, that's giving the okay to fornicate at will.
You answered me. I said you're preaching condemnation. I mean, meaning hate. And
you're preaching hate. You said you're preaching hate.
I have learned. I am not preaching hate anymore. Tough love is not hate, and the right thing is not hate. Listen, we have to do the right thing, and the Lord wants us to do it. You talk to the Lord directly, so you don't. I have a hotline up to the Lord, and he said to me, he said, Stacey, the world is going to break. Stacey, you need to put tough love to America. You need to remind America of the heritage. And he said, you got to get through tonight. He said, dial with your fingers, please. An idea. And I got through.
I knew they were bleeding. I knew it. I knew there was blood on his fingers. All right, caller. Thank you.
You're very open-minded for piece of
I'm open to the Lord.
Show. So you have a good night then, Art, and God bless. And I'll keep you and your family situation there in my
Please, thank you.
That's
Thank you.
LA.
All right, Wildcard Line, you're on the air with JC.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
All right, turn your radio off. That's right. All right, by the way. Everybody has to do that when they get on the air, so have it nearby. So you can
Okay.
All right, JC's here. Go.
Okay, JC, if God, women so inferior, this is the first question. Why would God bring his son through a woman? Next,
Wait till he's finished. Wait till he's finished with the question, JC.
Okay, next question is, in the lineage, Jesus Christ himself on the women's side, the women, like the walls of Jericho, that's in Jesus Christ's lineage. That woman there, and she's like ill repute. You're judging women when God has put them on a pedestal. He doesn't run them down. Yeah, he picked, I picked the woman. Why didn't he pick a man? He could have made a man give birth to the Savior. No, he picked a woman.
Well, it'd be mighty hard for a man to give birth.
Well, then why didn't he just materialize?
Well, the caller has a point. The caller said, look, the Lord had a choice. He could have he could have fixed it up so men were able to bear children. He didn't. He picked a woman to have the Savior.
Listen.
That is because a woman, without women on this world, we are barbaric. I hate to say it, Anglo-Saxon.
Oh, yeah, you're white bashing, huh?
No, I'm not. This is how we've done through history. If you don't like history, and you're stuck, and that's your problem. You're the one preaching hate. You're the one that wants to destroy what God has created. Well, God created marriage.
Yes, he did.
And
Wait a
man and a woman read the New Testament. It talks about being equal, sharing together. Man, you just lost. You're blinded by your own right. You're a self-righteous person.
You're not making.
And you're the ones that hurt true Christianity, JC. You're the one of the reasons why this world is getting the way it is.
You know what, JC? A lot of people have said that, not just that man, that you are destroying Christianity.
These people don't have let it say. These are people who probably, they read the horoscope in the morning in the paper and go, oh, well, maybe I better not go to church today because the horoscope says not to. These are people who have taken so much of the worldliness and they mistake the real thing as being hate. So.
All right, so really, that's JC.
The one you had on tonight?
Actually, yeah.
If I heard him, this is why I'm so angry, because he acts like I am outraged with him.
Even you, JC, you're becoming more feminine by the day.
I am not. I am already.
Sure you are.
God made me man.
All right, well, Houston Rockies, you're on the air with JC. Hello.
Yeah, JC still there?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd just like to tell him that I'm a professed Christian, and it seems like to me that he's the kind of person that professes to be a Christian that gives all of us other Christians a bad name.
See, I told you, JC, a lot of people say that.
Y'all sound like a broken record. They say the same thing about Pat Robertson and Pat Buchanan.
No. They don't get on the radio and let their new holler like a wild man.
Because you're not familiar with revival preaching and preaching fires. You're not familiar with it. If you're afraid, turn off your radio. If you can't take the heat, then don't in, because it's going to go to hell.
Honey draws more flies.
Huh? Don't call me honey. I ain't your honey. How dare you? I knew that there was something wrong with you.
JC, what? Do you really believe that people will burn in hellfire and brimstone and all? You believe all that?
I'll tell you, there's a very special place for your listeners on, and it's that, and it's the boiling sewage, where the skin will be taken off and they'll be dipped in salt. And it's going to the boiling sewage vat. yes, on fire, and gnashing of teeth and wringing of hands and all horrible manner of things. Yes, I believe in hell.
Well, a true Christian would be preaching love and forgiveness.
I like the fire better than I did the boiling pits of sewage. Wild card line for you? Yeah. All right, wild card line. You're on the air with JC now.
JC, have you ever got back to somebody's name? I paraphrase when it says in these days that the women will rule over the men.
That's the final days of Armageddon, and the days when things will be backwards and everything will be wrong. Women are not to be the rulers. Women aren't got time to say.
So you're not really into goddesses, are you?
No. God is a man. God is not a mother.
JC, how about religious freedom? Did you know that?
Freedom for Christians.
Well, hold it for a second. Hold it for a second. I think you'll find the Muslim world. Have you ever seen the film Not Without My Daughter?
I have not seen that film because I refuse to watch anything to do with Muslimism.
Well, I think you'll find that there's very basis to that, you know?
Muslims are a bunch of religious nuts, and I don't like them.
You don't believe in free religion for anybody but yourself.
What?
That's right.
Listen to me.
I'm listening. I'm trying to help you. Listen.
I'm trying to help you, and you're just trying to double talk me and call me a Muslim. I'm not a Muslim.
I want you being very facetious, all right? But at the same time, if you believe in religious freedom, I mean, you can look at the other half of the world, be they Hindu or Muslim or Shinto or whatever. What do you believe? What do you believe here?
You don't have to say that on the air.
He doesn't believe in religious freedom. That's all.
I do believe in religious freedom.
Yeah, freedom
It's
to
religion. It's
freedom.
what?
Yeah, what you mean is freedom to believe as you believe only.
Right, he certainly doesn't believe in extending religious freedom to anybody else.
That's right.
This country was founded on the fact that our founding fathers were trying to get away from all the pagans and the Muslims and the crazies in Europe, and they said freedom of religion, freedom for Christianity to reign supreme.
Well, sir,
You don't know history very well.
well, I think this. You know, that I do agree with you, which might surprise you on the premise that based on roles that God has given women motherhood, and in the scriptures it teaches that the women are to follow the men as the men follow Christ.
Listen, you know, cursed them with the curse of blood. What they did to Adam.
Well,
See what he did? Eve was weak.
Do you give up calling?
Eve was weak.
oh no, not at all.
We're wicked, God is in trouble. She said, come on over here, fight the Adam. And we're waiting. Ooh. And you know, I want to say another thing. The rise of femininity has given, and Jerry Falwell pointed out that this Willis Fair is going across the countryside with a bunch of rampaging lesbians.
Well,
Trying to put our women sensitive. You're out of control.
if you would talk too fast, you know, my mind doesn't work quite as fast.
That's because you have an
All I do is get you work now. Well, in an art, did you know this? You choose an artist saying you're an apologist for I think people thought that art is very concerned about the recognition of strategic weapons.
All right, hold it right there. We're not going anywhere else with that one. Yeah, the Soviet Union. First on caller line, you're on the air with JC.
Hi, this is Paula from Hawaii.
Hi, Paula.
How are you?
Finally, the feminine point of view.
Yeah, remember you called me Kelly Dundee once?
Oh, God. You just mentioned one of the most evil programs. I hate that program, and I was one who did that program.
That is one of the funniest programs ever on ever
program. That program, that was one of the most meaning programs that was ever on television.
Let her say something. She's calling all the way from Hawaii. Let her say something, JC.
Yeah, I'll send my phone note to him if he doesn't mind.
Yeah,
whatever. Anyway, I'm wondering if your guest tonight is going to discuss the rituals that the Illuminati are going to be performing in the Great Pyramid later this month.
Highly doubtful.
Okay.
He's a theoretical physicist. Now, do you have any questions for JC?
Just want to know, takes one to know one.
I have a question for you, woman. Hey, I have a question for you.
Hey, aloha, I love ya. Bye.
Wait a minute. Just go on.
If you could take the heat, would you take my righteous morality?
Yeah. Wild card line, you're on the air with the righteous moral JC.
I don't know, like that one quick little comment as for JC. Actually, it's pretty
The drink.
Your pleasure. You know we're liberal, Charlie. He's on a cellular phone. JC.
Oh, go ahead.
Do you remember liberal, Charlie? Yes. Yeah. Kind of wonder if maybe JC is maybe his third cousin or something. No, that one even I couldn't swallow.
Charlie.
Yeah, well, I don't know. This kind of from years ago. No. Anyway, have a good night. No, they had a similar wine. That's about all.
I remember him.
Oh, you do?
He was the one that told me.
He's to the Rockies. He's to the Rockies. You're on the air with JC. Hey, Art. Hey, how are you? What's on your mind? You said you're guiding people, right? What? You're guiding people, JC.
It's like a beacon of hope.
Are you guiding them to the loony bin? The what? To the loony bin, the nut house.
What about the nut house?
Because that sounds like where you're calling from.
You're calling to insult me.
Now you see how people perceive you, JC?
I've never heard of you comment me have to insult me and attack my
You told Art he was in your bushes. That's ridiculous.
You want been stalking me?
Art, yes, God bless you for letting this man talk. It's been the funniest show I've ever heard. I swear to God.
You won't be laughing when you were thrown into the boiling pit of sewage.
That's wonderful.
There's a place with your name on it. You better get a lot of sunscreen now, buddy, because you're going to burn in hell.
I come on for a cool night, man. Yeah, one of these nights. We'll do that. I don't know if anybody could handle it, JC. You think you could do a whole night sometime, JC?
I have the righteous constitution of the Lord, and a full night would be no problem at all. I have the tremendous might, and my word is so vital to America that I would do a full night, and I could still go. I could have my own show. Well, I could do my own show.
I don't know if I'd go that far. But having you on for a full night, or at least a part of a night, as much as anybody could stand, that might be fun.
I don't have to take the pencil.
That's it, young up. Oh, yes. Well, tomorrow night, Dr. Michio Kaku will be here, one of our nation's greatest physicists, theoretical physicists. In the meantime, after this, what do I say? There is nothing. There are no words. West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Good morning.
First of all, I want to say that this advantage business,
yes,
is all the devil's deception that is being propagated and perpetrated by people like you.
Wait a minute.
In the media. This is why I am against media pornography.
Wait.
Pornographication of the media. Wait.
Let's have an adult discussion about this. No. No, I'm not. I'm trying to have a dialogue.
Every time I talk to you, it's insultation from you.
Oh, insultation. Let me tell you something. I could never do half the job on you that you do on yourself. Now listen to me for just one moment, will you please?
I'm listening.
All right, good. If science finds through the method science uses, which includes video cameras and all the rest of it, that there really is a city below the waters in Cuba, and yesterday we got evidence that indeed there is.
I'll tell you what they're doing. The same pornographers that are creating that Star Trek are doing this in special
Pornographers did not create Star Trek. Why? Star Trek is one of my favorite programs. Star Trek is an icon of American science fiction. It is
part of the media pornography that is assaulting our nation. Star Trek is just it's terrible. Did you ever see that show with that 69 or whatever they have?
I've seen every single episode of Star Trek. The original Star Trek with Captain Kirk.
You're in league with the media.
You don't love Captain Kirk and Spock.
Captain Kirk, did you happen to know Captain Kirk was who is he played by? A Canadian.
So?
Shatner is a Canadian operative.
So, operative?
That's correct.
Operative?
Canadian subversive.
William Shatner is a spy for Canada?
Canadians are in control of the media in this country.
Oh my God.
It's the one thing.
Give me one shred of evidence. Give me one shred of evidence that Canada is anti-U.S. that Canada
Okay,
is...
I have it for you. I have it. Aha. The X-Files. In fact, when I called forth and talked to Chris Tater, who was the creator of the X-Files, when he was like, you put me on hold, you would not allow me to be on the airwaves with him because you know I was confronting with the light and the Lord's truth, and I was bringing the new revelation forward against him because the X-Files, the Canadian pornography, meant to disrupt the mind and disrupt our government. It's all about how the American government is evil.
Hey, JC,
cigarettes.
JC, how do you feel about Hollywood?
Hollywood is a cesspool.
Cesspool.
Yes, you've never allowed me to speak about my cause. I run CLAMP, the Christian Legion against media pornography. Hallelujah.
So you're leading sort of a charge against...
Yes, I am. The Christian Legion against media pornography. And Hollywood is the strong force of the pornography. And there's more pornographization in our media than just sex. Have you ever seen the food shows that are coming out of Hollywood? Where they garnish all this food and dress it up and make it look all sexual and disgusting.
Get back to sex for a second. Do you honestly think sex is... I mean, sex has a place, right, Jason? No, even you thought we had sex. Have you had sex?
Listen,
Come on, answer me.
I am not going to give you titillating stories about my life.
There are titillating stories to be told, are there?
No, you're twisting my words around.
No.
Sex is evil. Sex is a punishment by the Lord.
Sex is a punishment?
Sex is accomplished. Okay, the act of reproduction is accomplished in two strokes. Two thrusts. One for inclusion, one for completion.
Good Lord.
I'm so righteous, I'm done at once.
JC, you know something I've never asked you that I'd like to ask? Are you married?
That's none of your business.
That's true. I just thought I'd ask.
Well, you ought to know. I've been running around my bushes all this time. Call my home.
I call your home. Now, you've been accusing me of that for years. I don't call your home. I don't know where you are, and I don't care.
Yes, you do.
Actually,
Call me up, and you use that silly voice of yours to taunt me. You're trying to distract me from my message, which is the new revelation, the new commandment, that I'm in charge of the Lord's work. And all this time, you insult me. You call me Uncle Fester last time. You call me a coward. How dare you? I think we ought to pull this like the with our fist.
really?
The time.
What about a fight, JC?
Not behind the woodshed.
Yeah?
Anytime.
All right, as long as my back is in condition, JC, I'm ready for you, brother.
You are.
Oh, yeah. Come
You are the coward.
Come get a piece of me, JC.
You're the liar. You're the coward. And I was talking about the media pornographization of food. And you let me finish my point.
Please finish that. Yes, please finish that.
These cooking shows, which are appealing to our gluttony. And what are there so many fat shows stuck in the snack bars in this country?
So you watch food shows, do you, JC?
Listen, I watch the reconnaissance. I am going on reconnaissance missions. I have to know my enemy, and I'll tell you.
I bet you're an
They dress the food up, they make it look so succulent and tempting, and inviting people to glory.
Hey, JC, do you watch the Iron Chef?
Yes, I did.
I knew it.
Because who was in charge of Iron Chef? William Shatner! William Shatner was on the Iron Chef.
JC.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this glorifying food.
Goodbye, JC, you're fading away. You're fading away. You're going. You're gone. That would be my limit of JC for tonight. All right, Western Rockies, you're on the air with Dr. Greg Little. Good morning.
Yeah, first of all, I have a few questions.
Oh, my
One thing
God.
I want to do.
Oh, my God. Hold on, JC. Hold on a moment. Doctor.
Yes.
Doctor. You in a good mood tonight?
I'm fine.
You're going to need to be. Okay. All right, JC.
And I have to say you first, Mr. Bell. You're not going to be having the Devil's Scribe on the radio anytime soon because I've played against it. You will not be having him on the radio.
Why don't you direct...
I'm talking about Stephen King. You're not going to be having the Devil's Scribe on the radio.
Stephen is...
You will not be having that. And
the Devil's Scribe?
Yes, the Devil's Scribe.
You know, you might take that... You might actually take...
Right now,
You might take that as a compliment, JC.
Excuse me?
You might take that as a compliment.
I know he would, because he is in league. He is in league with the devil. He's the devil's imp. And
Now he just understands the devil. That doesn't mean it has anything to do with it. JC, address my... JC, address my guest.
I am about to, and I want to say, who are you, Mister? Who are you? An atheistic, drug-abusing, hippie, New Ager to come and tell us to usurp 6,000 years of truth and right from the Bible, call us Bible thumpers. Listen to this. I love the Bible. I love the Bible. I live by the Bible. And if you want to know about hell, you're telling me about hell. Hell is not a Star Trek black hole. Hell is the pit of boiling sewage where your skin is pulled from your face and you are dunked into the boiling sewage. And spiders crawl all over your body. The snakes in every orifice of your body will cover you. And that's what, you want more? You want more? That is hell. You know nothing of hell.
More, give us more. I would love to know what your hell was like. And the boiling pits of sewage, I remember that.
You are bringing forth lies, Mr. Bell. Why do you think that Mound can match the new revelation?
All right.
Can you match the new revelation?
Hey, JC, take a breath.
I don't want to talk to this man.
Take a breath.
I'm not very happy. I am happy. I walk in the rhythm of victory, but you don't sound very happy. I'm happier than you on Judgment Day.
Which, if you continue the way you are right now, JC, you're going to be meeting up with real soon. You're hyperventilating, my man. Take it easy. But listen, that's a little. You see what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, you got to remember now, I worked in prisons a long time, and prison mental health units,
Yes.
so I've met just about everything that exists.
You never meet something like that?
Worse. Oh, my gosh, yes. I mean, at least this way, there's, a few thousand miles.
Boiling pits of sewage?
Yeah, that's not in the Bible anywhere I know of. Yeah, that's all I'll say. My answer would be, send me exactly where those quotes are in the Bible, and hey, that's fine. But I don't.
6,000 years. 6,000 years or bust. Most of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello.
Baloney, Bell. Baloney is your big star out there on the other side of the galaxy. Now, first of all,
How do you know it's not there?
I have insider information, but that's not what I'm calling to talk about. I'm going to set you straight on the reasons why your phones went down, Mr. Bell. It's because you put me on hold again. Me like a second-rate nobody, as if I wasn't the one bringing forth the new revelation and the salvation.
There are those who think of you as a second-rate nobody, JC.
Coming from the pathetic stream of losers and ingrates and demonic forces that are paraded across your pathetic show every night, that holds no weight to me.
But you're compelled to listen, aren't you?
I am not.
Oh, yes, you are compelled to listen. In fact, you dial your little fingers raw trying to get in, don't you?
Dale, you listen to me, and you listen good, because I'm going to tell you one more time.
Probably.
I'm someone's got to keep tabs on you and pray against you and work against you, just like I work against the pornographers against you.
You can't do that without listening, though, can you, JC? To work properly against me, you've got to listen. You've got to hear everything.
That's right. I hear everything you do every night. That song that you start up with every night, the one where the guy thinks there was a ringing endorsement of bisexual fornication.
What song is that?
The one where the guy prances out and says, I'm going to get straight and come ghosting up your gate. You think that means? I'm going to get straight, I'm going to open your gate. It's dangerous.
What do you think it means?
I think it's an ode to some kind of witchy homosexual who's going to go have sex with Greek goddesses. That's disgusting. How can you
wait a minute. Great goddesses, they'd be all right.
They're also Phaedra, Greek goddesses. What they call them, Phaedra, the one the pornography must be the porno star. And he's married, they call them Phaedra.
No. Those great goddesses. That's the song. That's the one you're talking about, right?
Yes. What would you talking about having sex?
Did you say Johnny Cash?
That's Johnny Cash.
Is that Johnny Cash? You know that as sure as you know you're sitting there, right, JC?
I can tell every voice of the devil. I know every voice of the devil.
You can identify them. You just a word or two, you know who they are. Cool, because like that is the devil, Johnny Cash.
Listen, Mr. Bell. You rebuke my message. You don't
JC, I do.
It's not half from on high. And listen to me.
You know, it's Lee Hazelwood, JC.
Who?
Lee Hazelwood.
I've never heard that name before.
Oh, see, there you are.
Whatever alias he wants to use, that's fine. He can't hide get high from the Lord. And I'm going to tell you something, Mr. Bell. You are going around on your airwaves saying there is a great lie.
What makes you think you're bringing the word of the Lord? Huh?
When I have direct communication, it's hard to argue with God.
How direct?
I have to make it here.
JC, how direct?
Direct communication. What part of direct don't you understand? Don't your
The part that has not been defined as vocal, does it come from the middle of your head, JC? Is that putting bush
way in a booming voice?
A booming voice.
He is golden enthroned with his white beard flowing and his robe, and he did.
Well, I sure hope you can identify the Lord better than you can identify Lee Hazelwood.
Who needs a Hazelwood? I don't know who needs a Hazelwood is.
Obviously you don't.
Mr. Bell, you listen to me. I am going to make a point. Now you listen.
Not being
Listen.
Yes.
You are perpetrating that there is a lie being perpetrated to the masses. Is that right?
Well, they're a lie.
That there's a lie as far as spirituality and our descendants, and that we really come from apes and monkeys and crawled out of the ocean and slithered up here. And he said there's a great lie. That
Some of us more likely than others, JC.
6,000 years. That 6,000 years. In order for there to be a lie, there's got to be a truth, right?
Are you a hairy guy?
No, so listen to me. Do you agree that in order for there to be a lie, there has to be a truth?
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay. Who is the father of truth?
The father of truth.
God.
God is the father of truth.
God is the father of truth. That's right.
Then why does he allow so damn many lies?
Wait a minute. And who is the father of lies? Who is the father of lies?
Well, it could be Lord.
No. What?
It could be.
Hey, Lord.
He allows these lies to be told.
No.
Yes.
Listen to me. You are trying to trick me up, and I am not going to be tricked up by the lights of the devil mouthpiece. Your master Satan is the father of lies.
All right, fine. So he is the father of lies.
So there is a book. There's truth. A book of truth. That is solid truth. On high, brought down from the Lord. Words straight to mankind. Now, you call the word of God, you call God a liar.
No, all I said was that he allows lies to be told.
So then why do you allow people to call up your program and say, oh, there were people before Adam and Eve?
Because there may have been. JC, what about this replenishment thing? You had to call it earlier. What about explain it? You're the man with the...
I don't want to talk about the product.
Let's talk about replenishment.
Yeah,
why did the Lord say,
why
did the Lord tell Adam and Eve to replenish unless there had been replenishment prior? Well, look at that.
This comes from people who don't know how to interpret the Lord.
Only
from morons who don't know. Morons have the spiritual adept.
You see, JC, I let people say whatever they want to say on my program, and that includes having help boss, even you.
Listen, I have a right to say what I'm saying. The people the parade of moronic, imbecilic people on your program every night is pathetic.
Is it?
And you're back to Bigfoot already the other night. Please, Mr. Bell.
Well, what's your take on Bigfoot, JC, since we've got you here?
If there is a Bigfoot, it's of the devil.
Of the devil.
That's right.
How do you know that? How do you know that Bigfoot is not a caring, loving, intelligent, thinking, isolated species?
Oh, and isn't that always the words they use to describe the poor Satan passed down so unfairly? Poor
JC, then why do we hear stories of Bigfoot families together, loving each other, caring for each other, and caring for their young?
Have you ever heard of the Addams family? They were a family of Satan worshippers too. And they seem to get along pretty well. Just a little misunderstood. Human sacrifice here and there.
Yeah, I can't do it. The Addams family stopped me.
Listen to Monkeys, you are on the air. Hello.
Well, it figures that you would have an apologist for the Iraqi murderers on your program, Mr. Bell, especially a Canadian.
Oh, my God. Now, what has happened to you? I want to look at it. First, let me ask you a question before we go any further at all. It's obvious to me you are on a stinking cell phone. You have moved down in the world. You used to sound loud and clear, and now you're on a cell phone. You who preach against technology, you have a cell phone stuck to your ear right now, don't you?
Yeah, I have a cell phone. I've got one because I know how much it bothers you, Mr. Bell. I had to get one because you continue to block my number. And it's time we had it out, Mr. Bell.
I do not block your number.
Yes, you did.
Oh, but that I could. And I'll tell you something else about your cell phone. When you yell, it's very ineffective. It distorts.
Well, let me speak in a calmer voice then, because I was not yelling. I was bringing forth the love of the new revelation. And we are entering a time, Mr. Bell.
Yes.
The end time.
Yes, well,
and the clock ticks 1 minute to midnight. We must embrace, and you see, you have never allowed me to bring forth the new revelation in a proper manner.
Bring it forth, brother. Bring it forth.
Speaks directly to my heart and gives me the new commandments. And he has told me about your evil alliance.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Now, there's new commandments.
The new commandments.
All right, hold it. What are the new commandments? That's important.
Let me begin
Please.
with the new commandment. First of all, thou shalt not fornicate. Thou shalt not listen to rock and roll music. Thou shalt not masturbate.
No,
Thou shalt not do drugs. Excuse me?
No masturbation.
Masturbation is the greatest and most stingiest of all sins. It is the root of all destruction of America. And it is, you know that I work against the media. I work against the media, Mr. Bell, which has been, listen, I know that God has shown me the documents drawn up in the Soviet Union, television scripts, programs designed to subvert America in the coming war. This is by the Soviet Union, who exists.
No, the Soviet Union doesn't exist anymore.
You see, you are a sucker, Mr. Bell, because you have been suckered. But you are a mouthpiece for the Soviet Union and the Canadian Alliance.
And the Canadian Alliance.
You want to let me to have my say?
Yes, I will. Are you saying the Canadians are aligned with the Soviets who don't exist against us now?
Look at the Canadian flag. What is on the Canadian flag?
A maple leaf.
No, it's a pot leaf.
It's a what?
It's a pot leaf.
A pot leaf.
Well, you are the virtual sounding board for marijuana's virtues. Don't you know that the demon weed is what seduces our young people into the world of drugs and sex and pornography? And it is a strategy put forth by the Soviet English Alliance.
You really believe this, huh?
100%. Art Bell. Without me, I don't think my piece.
You're speaking all kinds of pieces right now, and I just can't honestly believe that you believe this stuff.
Listen, Mr. Bell, the time has come, a reckoning time, a time when all the mighty buildings shall be shattered and splintered and split, when the world's bellies will blow, when America will be put to the fire and tested in the new revelation, and either we will stand against one another.
When the world's bellies will bloat. That requires a little definition. What do you mean by that? The world's bellies
is going to take away the food. God is going to take away the prosperity of America.
Okay, I just wanted to know that that's bloated as in starvation, right?
In starvation, you failed me because you got the validity of the love of the Lord, and you listen to me, and you listen to me good, Mr. Bell.
You're overloading your cell phone again.
Listen to me, Mr. Bell. The time has come. It is now or never. This country produces 90% of the world's pornography. We are awash in pornography, Mr. Bell.
I didn't think that was true. I mean, we do produce the majority of a lot of things, but I don't think pornography.
Yes, we do. You can be.
I don't know about that.
You and all your deniers. You know, when people deny the Holocaust, they are ridiculed. But when people deny the fact that Al-Qaeda has been destroying American children, they have a plan to kill American babies. You know what that plan is called?
What?
Planned Parenthood. They've been killing American babies for years.
All right, that's it for tonight. Now he gets through on a cell phone. Unbelievable. I hadn't heard those commandments. I really haven't heard those commandments before. Somebody should put them to tablet at the very least. What's for the Rockies? You're on the air. Cheerio.
Yes, it's about time that you open the minds of the Lord.
Oh my gosh.
I have to say, because I'm going to set you straight tonight. I have a few things to say, and I know you have been
You know, I have a few things I want to say to you. I've been hearing from your aunt or some relation of yours by email, and they've been absolutely insulting emails.
He is a disciple of mine, and I will not dirty myself by getting on the devil's eye, the pornography machine on the
That's a
internet.
disciple of yours.
She works for me.
Yeah, I knew it.
The disciple of me, Edna Pringle.
Edna
Leave
Pringle.
her alone. You've been sitting her.
I'm objecting. I'm telling you, Edna's emails are very insulting. And I do believe that I'm sure that Edna is connected genetically to you without question.
How dare you insult my family genetic lineage? Well, you're trying to get me off on a Darwinianism path, and I'm not going there. I have a few things to set straight tonight that the Lord has brought down to me, the command to tell you a few things.
Edna's just
So I want to start with that step.
missing a card as you are.
Excuse me?
I said Edna's just as much missing a card out of the deck as you are.
That all depends on your point of view, which is the point of view of the devil. And as said before us, God has not given up on us. God is angry.
How do you know my point of view is that of the devil? How do you know that?
Well, when you happen to have direct communications with the Lord, you know a few things. Okay, Mr. Bell?
So you're telling me that
my point.
Your God has told you this personally. Is that right, you and Edna?
Your God, my God, the God of the universe. Yes. He has decided in me. I'm God's general in the war against pornography, which is what I want to touch upon tonight.
The man, he calls himself JC. He didn't even give your name.
And do I have to give my name? JC, Lester the Third.
Yeah.
Now listen to me.
I'm listening.
I want to talk about the porno industry that is responsible for the atrocities in Iraq. And I'm going to tell you why.
What?
The reason they're responsible, they are the ones who need to be held responsible, not our brave men and women in our glorious administration. It is the pornography industry that has filled their minds with debauchery and perversion that brought it. And it's another reason why we shouldn't have women in combat, because they go completely mad. And the porno pictures that we saw coming out of Iraq, not that those people didn't deserve it, they were influenced, they were polluted by the porno industry. It is their fault. You want to hang a hook on someone? It is the porno industry.
Somebody ought to hang you on a hook. You know what? Where do you come up with a connection between the porno industry and the war in Iraq?
Well, did you take a look at those pictures?
Yeah.
They look pretty pornographic to me.
Well,
I'm talking about these so-called abuses at the prison.
the
It
pornographic.
looks more like a porno party to me, like a frat party.
Well,
And it's because the minds of our soldiers, our brave men and women, have been polluted by the Hollywood filth. The sewer that is Hollywood, which is pouring its pornography out of the culture with Marilyn Manson and all the other pornographers that are out there. That's the majority of my time is spent in fighting pornography.
you know, as hyped up as you get about stuff, I'm frankly surprised you're still alive. I wondered what happened to you. Now, I kept hearing from Edna really vicious emails on late again, but I mean, here you are.
Because your listeners have sent nothing but pornography to her email address.
Oh, is that right?
Ever since the posting.
Maybe it has something to do with Edna's attitude, like yours.
Edna's a good lady who knows her place, who walks behind the man and keeps her mouth shut. No women need to get in the kitchen and off the battlefield. We wouldn't be having atrocities and humiliations like that. And they're trying to pin it on our wonderful administration, the administration that God.
I hope that Edna is listening to this right now.
Edna is in the other room. Has been told. In fact, Edna right now is finishing up some of the dishes from the compound.
And when Edna's done with that, Edna's going to finish you up, Casey.
I don't know what you are trying to insinuate there, but Edna is a godly woman. But I will not touch the filth internet filth the devil's eye computer. I allow her
To do it
the
for
lovely
you.
woman.
So you direct her, one of your minion, to do your dirty work. That's nice.
Listen, the internet is basically a pornography machine. It's the devil's playground.
Yeah.
What we have to do is have to fight him on his own territory. But I'm not going to sully myself and dirty myself.
So you mean you wouldn't put your hands on a keyboard?
I will not put my hands on a computer keyboard.
You will not embrace a Pentium chip with
I don't know what that is, but I don't know what that is. But I do know that women were commissioned by God to do the lowly work in the world,
Yeah.
and that is something that Edna needs to do. And that's the other thing I want to get back to is the fact that women need to know the role. When we let women and homosexuals,
Edna's going to take care of you.
Excuse me?
I said Edna's going to take care of you. You're going to see when Edna, yeah, I'm surprised Edna hasn't come in from the other room and laid one of those frying pans right across your no doubt bald head.
Tell you something. Oh, you constantly advocate violence.
No, I was not advocating violence. I was being surprised that it hasn't occurred yet.
What hasn't occurred?
That Jim come in there and flat you with a frying pan.
Why would she want to do something like that when
What you just said about
her wretched self? I'm the one who taught her salvation.
Her wretched self?
That's right, I saved her from the boiling pits of sewage. And all your listeners are going, by the way. I wanted all your weak-willed, generous, decadent, European listeners.
Oh, that does it. That's it. Well, there's a voice from the past. He hasn't been around in a while. Edna, he's all yours, baby. You know, it just occurred to me I should have asked him to see how he thought the world was going to end. Whether it would be the porn industry, probably, or perhaps more personally, Edna with the frying pan. All right. Well, that wasn't exactly what I was looking for. What I'm actually looking for is people who have made deals in this lifetime. I know there's a lot of you out there. Our Father Martin told me there were. He told me that, in fact, when he passed them on the street, he recognized them. It was easy to tell. They had made perfect deals with the devil. Wildfire Line, you're on the air. Hello.
Yes, I'm going to tell you what the real story is, Mr. Bell.
Good Lord.
It is how you continue to gloss over the real news with all of this nonsense about the satanic right of people passing their souls on and making deals with the devil.
You don't believe it? You don't believe it? All people don't believe it?
I do believe people do this. I do believe people do this. And I'm going to tell you what I believe also. I believe that you and your friends that are making deals with the devil, such as the activist judges that are throwing out the cases against pornographers that are trying to destroy America, those people all have made deals with the devil because the pornography industry, there is not enough people out there in this great nation of ours that want to consume this kind of product to even have an industry to have.
How can you believe that judges have made deals with the devil? Why don't you instead believe that these judges have simply looked at the First Amendment? Hey, wig out, take a deep breath. What about the First Amendment? Maybe the judges haven't made deals with the devil at all. They're just recognizing it is the First Amendment. The First Amendment applies to everybody being an entity.
No, it does not. And in fact, the First Amendment has been completely mistranslated. It was not meant for people to be able to make the kind of film that we are seeing slipped out of Hollywood, that sewer of Los Angeles. And if people want to know why God is punishing the world, it is because that God is punishing America. It is just like Pat Robertson said. It is because of the pornographers, the homosexuals, and the degenerates.
And what do you think is going to happen to the pornographers when they die?
Yeah. Wow. I can't wait. I'm going to be able to tell them I told you so, because they are going to go to hell, Mr. Bell.
Think so, huh?
Yep.
I know it. A steamy pit of whatever.
The boiling pit of science is where they're going.
Yes.
You know that.
Well,
That may be created for people like you and pastors and pornographers.
that may be their future, indeed. But
Mr. Bell,
Bell, if you let me stick one word in when I call, you never let me speak.
Speak.
All right. What I want to say is that Americans we must stand up against the gay marriage. We must stand up against the pornography.
I want to know, how is gay marriage going to hurt you?
It is attempting to subvert the American family unit. It is attempting to depopulate the American continent.
Depopulate the continent?
Yes, with these homosexuals running around.
But even if it's 10 or 15% of the population and they were to marry and not reproduce, then you might get the same effect because they wouldn't reproduce.
But their agenda is not simply to allow the 10 or 15%. That is an overestimated and inflated number, by the way. They want to convert.
Well,
That is their agenda. Conversion.
Then why are you worried about it? If it's such a low number, then why are you concerned?
Because have you seen these programs on television? On our television or on public gallery, I got the queer guys with their eyes on the straight guys, and they're trying to turn them into homosexuals. This is a part of the New World Order. They are trying to homosexualize our society. I will not have it.
You may not have it, but it's happening anyway. Those shows are on the air.
Yeah,
It'd be generally wide accepted.
No, they're not widely accepted.
All across America. Actually, the ratings are very good for that kind of thing.
No, they're not.
Oh, yes, they are. Yes, they are. Very good.
The New World Order.
People control the ratings.
The liars control the race.
Say goodbye.
I don't care. He said,
goes down with our bell, huh?
yes, Mr. Bell, I'm going to give you an explanation of why the so-called global warming is occurring. Instead of just letting you and all your liberal listeners attack our glorious oil companies, our great American oil companies,
Glorious oil companies?
yes, they are set up into a wonderful powerhouse of economics, but don't try to get me off topic here. I'm going to tell you what's happening with global warming. It is because hell is becoming hotter, Mr. Bell, as more filthy souls are cast down into the center of the pit of hell.
Yes, stoking the fires of hell, right?
The boiling fires, the boiling pits of sewage of hell are becoming hotter every day. And it's because of the pornography industry.
Yeah.
The pornography industry, with the so-called industry, which is not really an industry because there's not enough people to buy that kind of filth.
So hell is heating up. I mean, it comes down to hell is heating up. And
Hell is
that
heating up.
It's leaking out and causing global hellish warming.
That's correct. That's why you
Got
have
it.
volcanoes going off and zombies going off and flooding. And I'm tell you what, I'm gonna tell you why God punished those people down there. The day after Christmas, He gave them a present because they didn't celebrate Christmas. And then right after Easter, He shook them again with another earthquake and told them, "You get off your heathen. I'm not going to say it, but you begin to celebrate our holiday, or I'm going to punish you worse." Now listen, Mr. Bell.
Yes.
I want to get back. You try to get me off topic for the pornographers.
No.
The pornographers that are destroying this nation, and pornography is simply produced for one thing, and that is to induce self-abuse.
Well, I think
Of information.
Really?
Correct.
I prefer, wait a minute, I like your first theory, but hell is heating up, and of course the pornographer souls are going down and stoking the fires of hell.
Every soul they can swipe with their demonic claws to drag down with them are going down with them. And I'm going to tell you what, the hell is becoming hotter, and it's boiling over, and it's bubbling up in the heat, and the bodies that are burning, and the devil is...
And how do you know that you're not going to be down there stoking the fires yourself?
Well, I'm not going to be down there burning in the fires, but if God asks me to go down and turn up the heat a little bit, I certainly will help Him out to do that. I'm going to be in heaven, Mr. Bell.
You have never seen a pornographic shot in your whole life, right?
What are you trying to do?
I'm asking a
You
straight
know that I have to review pornography. Know the enemy. I don't enjoy it at all.
You must know the enemy, and so with no enjoyment seen whatsoever, you must review what the enemy produces.
Now listen, you're trying to get me off topic.
No.
Masturbation against
Your whole telephone call demonstrates that, buddy. Thank you. Oh, where was I? It probably has been 10 years since I granted JC the honor of spending an hour or so with the audience, so it appears to be real. Guess who?
It is I, JC, Webster III, and you did not introduce me correctly, Mr. Mayor. As usual, you are disrespecting me.
There was nothing at all.
Insultation!
Insultation, there's nothing in this communique about the way you should be introduced.
I should be introduced as the bringer of the new revelation, God's 10-star general in the war against media pornography.
Okay, well, let's find out exactly what this new revelation is. What do you mean?
God is angry. That is the new revelation. He is given to me to bring forth in the fight against media pornography, because you see what has happened to our country. This God built this nation as his house, and his house has been overrun with media pornographers, degenerates. When our founding fathers fled those crazies in Europe because they wanted to get away from their decadent evil ways, they came here and God built a place in the wilderness for them, and his house has been overrun. And God, he tried to send his son. He tried to give us an easy way out. He tried to help us.
JC, obviously, you and Edna have a computer, or you could not have sent me this demand, right? You have a computer.
Yeah. This, and that's another thing I want to talk about.
Well, before you get off on that, JC, if you have a computer, that means that you get all kinds of email with porn in it.
Yes, and that's what I want to. You're filthy. Listeners have been sending so much filthy pornography.
My goodness.
Yes.
Really?
They have.
I recall that we published on the website several years ago a couple of email communiques.
How would
from
you
Edna
have
Pringle.
the guts to put the new commandments on your website? And yes, and we are still getting pornography.
Is Edna Pringle your biblical mate?
My biblical, no, she is not my mate. How dare you?
Well, you didn't explain that. In what relationship to you is Edna Pringle?
A servant, a woman, place who knows where her place is, and that is at the feet of the man who is bringing down the river. She is at the feet of the general for God's pornography.
Is Edna listening to all of this right now?
No, I am angry at Edna.
For?
Because I'm not going to get into the details, but she seems to think that she wants to go off and find another man, and she has been questioning me.
What in heaven's name could have brought her to a decision like that?
See?
A warm, caring person like yourself.
I know exactly who is doing it. It's the devil.
It's the devil.
And about the pornography, and I don't want people sending pornography to her anymore because you're corrupting her. So we have a new, if your listeners want to send Bill to talk to me, they can talk to my cousin. And we have a new email, and it's boiling bits of sewage at yahoo.com. So you send your bill to the boiling bits of sewage at yahoo.com, and I will send the new commandment to you. Boiling bits of sewage
At yahoo.com.
That's
Is that a real address you put this on?
I am not a liar. Don't you call me a liar.
Don't
call me a liar. You call me a liar.
Well, I'm sorry you take it that way. Boiling pits of sewage.
Boiling pits of sewage. Because that is where all the media pornographers are going to go. They're going to be tossed into the boiling pits of sewage. And they're going to have a body of excrement. They'll be covered in red-hot excrement for all eternity.
Yes. Look, global warming, Glonal.
Global warming.
Global warming. Well, Edna wrote this.
Well, that's right, because I do not encourage my followers or anybody
Well, perhaps
to
you will.
read the book of